This is the Irontrader, and this is the last call of the day, end of the week here. So we're going to take a look here at Bitcoin, crude oil, natural gas. But first of all, we're going to take a look at the big oil ETF, XLE. At the end of the video, the support and resistance levels are posted for crude and natural gas. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation by some stock market ETF. Please like to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have XLE. This is the big oil ETF. Now, a couple reasons I like this. First of all, it pays about a 3.25% dividend, and this has all the big players in it. Exxon, Schlumberger, Mobil, you name it, it's in here, okay? So it's like a one-stop shopping for trading the big oil. Now, I think big oil here is going to benefit pretty good. Even though prices are going to come down, I think they're going to have the old T-Man's support here for more drilling and everything like that, so they can make it up better in the long run kind of a situation. Okay, so let's take a look at the old chart here. All right, so what we have here is we have this 8-day. Now you can see where it popped up a little bit above it, but you got to close above it, okay? So there's your resistance is 89.20. Your next level here is going to be that 50-day, sitting at 89.58. And then we'll come up with old Hondo over here. What do we got there? I can't get him in there. Let's see here. Yeah, okay, he's at about 90 and change. Let me just, I can do better than that. That's it. Okay, let's see. I can't get him in there. All right. Okay. So he's sitting there at about 90 and change. So then what we'll do is we're going to look at the 21-day. You're sitting at 90.47. And then we're going to look at that 200-day at 90.58 level. Okay. So right here, everything is sitting right here as far as resistance. Now, as far as today goes, we have what they call this an inside day. Your high and low is within the inside of the previous day's high and low here. Okay. So you have to get through all this resistance here. Then we can just start marching right on up here until we get to that 94.29. Now, here on the downside, obviously you want to watch today's low. You're looking at 88.44, and then we'll come down to the bottom here. You're looking at 88.09, and then we'll come down here. We're looking at 87.63, and then your big retest down here is sitting at 86.83 here level. But right now here, this is actually looking very, very good here on the chart situation. There it is. There's the Hondo right there. Okay, 90.31. Okay, so everything is jammed up right there. 90.47, your 200-day, everything 59. So you have to get through all of that resistance for this to go higher. But when you look at the chart here, we have this nice double bottom in play here. See this double bottom here? And then she rallied right on up here nicely. So we got to see if there's going to have sideways action or what it's going to do. But you got to get through all that resistance. That's going to be key. Now, when you look at a weekly chart here, well, you can see here it went up, but you're holding the 100-day on the weekend. That's at 87.67, and we're holding that 8-day at 88.32. Now, a couple here on top here that we have to watch is that 90.39, and then we have that level right there, that 90.97. So realistically, this is all lining up very, very nice. So if we can blow above all of this here, look at yesterday's candle, where we got above it, but you notice it couldn't hold and it came right on down here. So this is going to be very, very strong resistance, but just be a little patient with this because I think this can run much, much higher here over time. Okay, let's take a look here now at Bitcoin. Okay, here we have Bitcoin. Here's your daily chart. Now, if you watch my midday trading one, I put Bitcoin on there. I put IBIT on there, and then for the long and the BITI for the short. So if you want to check that out, everything is side by side. You can see how everything lines up very, very nicely. Okay, so here's what we have Bitcoin. You can see here yesterday, or 3 days ago, it popped up and right into that 50-day pulled back. Same thing yesterday and the same thing there today here. So we got these little sticks going on here on the old candlesticks. But again, we're not really going down. We're not going up. We're just kind of holding sideways situation here. So upside, very, very easy. There's 3 key levels here. Okay, you got 99, 241. A level here, you got 100,588, and then we have your 8-day here sitting at 100,418. Okay, so the 8-day now looks like it crossed over that 21-day, but right there, everything is sitting right there. Now, if we can get above that, then we can follow the rest of the candles and maybe take it up higher. But just always remember, one level to level. This is going to be very, very strong coming right across off the top of this candle. Okay, so always remember that it's not just going to fly right on up. Now, if it does break this 11,000, then 110,000, I mean, then you'll definitely go to that 115, 117 area. But right now, you got to get through this 8-day, the 21-day, and that 50-day here to do anything. Now, on the downside, obviously, you want to watch today's low, okay? So you look at 96.520. We want to look to yesterday's low at that 96.30 level, okay? So if that all lost here, we can follow the candles down, but you're probably going to retest those sticky here at 91,455 and possibly even 89,525. Now, again, if this lost here, we have that 100-day, but you can notice that 100-day is on a nice good rise up, which is very nice. The same way with the 200-day. So that would be next is going to be that 85,819. And then we're going to come down here to this gap. See this gap? Okay, that's 86.70. And then we look at the top of this candle. There's the fill. Okay, sitting at, what are we looking at? 77,930 level. Okay, and then we can hit your 200-day sitting at that 74,168 here. But again, right now, this is why I use these price channels. We're basically just trading this range. We're sitting here a little bit down below the center. We got to break through that center piece here to get up higher. If not, we're just going to go sideways. So trade this. That's why I put up there on midday trading for you, so you can just trade it both directions, IBIT for the long, BITI for the short, and you can make money going in both directions. Okay, let's take a look here now at crude oil and natural gas. Okay, here we have crude oil all stretched out here, yearly chart, okay? The reason I did this because I want to show you here on what we're going to have on these possible, if it keeps on selling, what we're going to have on the bottoms here, okay? So what we're looking at here is you can see for this 8-day, when that price gets above it, I say this a zillion times, okay? Then the price keeps on going higher and it keeps you good support going all the way on up. But once you lose that, then you fight it the whole way. Even this candle here went up, you know, this was on the tariffs, went up in the 200 days, the 21-day stopped it, and she pulled it right on back. But now we're losing all these simple moving averages, and that's really what you call not good. Okay, so what we're watching here is we're watching, well, today's low, he had a 70.47, but we're really watching yesterday's low at that 70.48, same thing, pretty much right there, okay? So now, again, if that is lost here, then what we're going to do is we're going to follow these candles down here, okay? So you got this 70.12 level, you got this 69.33 level, we have 68.42, we can come all the way down to the bottom here, looking at 66.98. We can come over here, you're looking at 66.53. Then she starts getting a little bit interesting here. Okay, so we're down here, 66, that same 33. But come down here to this candle, you're looking at 65.63, and then 65.27 is the big retest. Now, again, if this is lost here, your bottom line, you're going down into them 50s, probably the 60 area, and then 57, 55 level here. Now, remember, T-Man likes that 50-60 oil. So, again, you know, I wouldn't get too excited here. Even though I showed you some seasonality charts here at midday trading, right now, you usually buy crude here just in a little bit, mid-February, and then ride it on up here. And the same way with gasoline, the same way with the big oil ETF. But we got to see how this is all going to shake out, because you got a whole different structure going on here with the T-Man, okay? So, again, just watch this, because we could have a big retest of that 65.27 very easy. I got the short on, the short is going, and then what I've been doing, just scalping the longs and leaving the short right on, okay? Now, upside here, say this gets rock and roll, some kind of disruption. You want to watch that 71.33 level, and then we want to watch that 50 SMA here at 71.99, and then the key 8 SMA at 72.21 level here. Now, when those futures open at 6 o'clock on Sunday, this 8-day is going to cross over that 50-day and head right towards that 100-day, and might even push that price down. Unless it can crack back above that 8-day, then we can start following these candles up here, where you have 72.97, we have up here, you got 73.35, we'll come to that 73.84, and then we can start going way up to your 200-day at that 74.49 and your 21-day at 74.64 level. But you can see how now that 21-day, see how that's rolling over, 8 days rolling over, and the price is below all that. So that's really not a good look. Now, 41, plenty of room on the downside. This is not nowhere near oversold. And the same way with the MACD, you got plenty of room to go on the way on down. Look how we had here, and then you can also ride that bottom down. But this is showing very, very momentum to the downside kind of a situation. So again, this trade is I'm short, and then I'm scalping the longs until it proves me different. Okay, let's take a look now here at natural gas. Okay, here we got natural gas all stretched out the same way here. Okay, so you can see here we had put that low kind of situation in there. But again, if you watch my midday trading, you look at seasonality charts, or you can go on my playlist and just punch in natural gas. Everything is right there on the playlist for you for seasonality charts, trading candles, chart patterns. It's all sitting right there for you at your convenience. Just click onto it, and there you go. Right now here we just have the sideways action, and really about March is when you really want to start getting long with this. But so right now this is just a trade, okay? But you can see where the 8-day here is going to provide some good support level here. But again, that can roll. Also, that could also roll down there too again. So let's just see how this shakes out here. Okay, so what we have here is This is what you're going to be watching. You're trading against is this 323 level, okay? That's what you're trading at, and then we're going to come to the bottom there at 3.16, and then we have this gap fill at 3.11, and then we have that 100-day at 310, and then your retest at 299 level, okay? But again, and now this is starting to say it gets lost here. Then what we're going to do is we're going to come right over here to all these bottom of this candle here. You got 294, you got 290 here left. Then we come down here. You got 283 level, and then we come over here at 275, and then we can come down to the bottom of the candle at 268. But realistically, your target's going to be right there at that 271 level, and that's going to be your 200 SMA. Now, again, if that's lost here, we have a lot of room to go here on the downside. But again, we have to lose the 8-day first, the 100-day, the price channel before we even hit that 200 SMA here. So I'm just trying to show you where it could possibly go if it went down. Now, upside here, you can see we made a 3.43, the same thing as we did yesterday, okay? But we're not closing above there, and that's the key. So this is what we're looking for was that 340, and then 343, and then they had that 50-day at 351, and then we have that 21-day at 3.64. So we got to see how this is all going to shake out here. But right now, this is just a trading range until we're either going to break up higher or we're going to break lower. But for seasonality, I'd say this is going to be sideways to down. So we got to see how that all shakes out. Okay, that's what I got for you. I'll be back here Sunday night at 6 o'clock, and I'll have a video there for you. And don't forget the Super Bowl's on this week here, no matter who you go for. Should be a really, really good game. Kind of favoring the old Eagles there. That Saquon Barkley, boy, that guy is a force. You got to really get it. Say with Jalen Hurts, you got to really give it to him. However, Mahomes on Kansas City, you can never count this guy out or the whole Kansas City Chiefs. Okay, hope everybody has a great weekend. I'll see you Sunday night. Thanks for watching.